Although this is the championships, this is the large championships, so they're not competing against the small and mediums. They're just competing against the other 12. And the combination of this morning and this afternoon's competition, they will combine the results, and the top 50%, so up to a maximum of 6 will go through this evening. It's making sure that the dog's in a weight. Doesn't start until the dog goes through the start poles. Although it's the same course, it will present different problems for the people because the dogs are longer striding. They have to work just that bit harder. And this is Diane Bissett from Broxbrawn, West Lothian. This is a 4.5-year-old working sheepdog. Been competing for 2.5 years now. Oh, she kept him off that one. It's 4.5. You can't start competing with the dogs until they're at least 18 months of age. That's to make sure that they're fully developed. Just one more to go, and that's a really good start for the lady from Scotland, Diane Bissett. 33.59, and she's got one in the bag, clear. And so somebody else from Scotland. Mr. Peter Elms with Josh, working sheepdog, 4 years of age now. They're from West Calder. Was a rescue dog, apparently. It's been a real handful to control. Loves to watch agility on TV, this dog, but he's not silly, is he? First time at Crufts, apparently, for this dog. And unfortunately, you see the judge turning there with his crossed hands, which means that he's had an elimination. But what I love about this sport, and I say it every year in just about every competition, the good thing is that nobody's told the dog he's been eliminated. It's just continuing to have what comes naturally to him, because this is not a competition to him, this is having fun. It's not fun for the handlers, but to him it's just great fun. Put your hands together, Peter Elms and Josh. So now we've got Natasha Wise and Maddie. This pairing's from Reading in Berkshire. Now, if you need an advert as to how fit, healthy agility keeps your dogs, have a look at this dog. 10.5 years of age now. Absolutely fantastic. It's actually having a second lease of life. Wasn't awarded the title of agility champion because it already has that title until it was 9 years of age, which is slightly unusual in this sport. But 9 years of age. And look at it, it's just 10.5 years of age, would you believe? People say, when should you give up with your dog? Well, they'll tell you, oh, and that's the carpet. Just couldn't quite slow down enough. But only 5 faults. Anything can happen. We don't have that many competitors. The thing they need to avoid is they mustn't get eliminated. Tasha, one of the country's most experienced handlers, and that shows. So well done, Natasha Wise. And Maddie picks up 5 faults in a time of 35 seconds dead. So the time of 38 seconds is looking a very fair one. And now we've got last year's large dog champion. He also won the international competition last night, and if you saw it on the webcam, it was the most amazing competition. This is David Munnins and Dobby, 4 years of age, hoping he can retain the title, he said, but he's also put down here, anything can happen, because dogs are dogs, we do our best, but we have to remember they are only animals. So we'll watch this dog. And David, a very experienced handler again, he's represented Great Britain on a number of occasions. Only 4 years of age, a bit of barking going on. Sends him into the tunnel, goes and collects him over there. Nice and turned, and I don't think we've seen the best of this dog yet. 4 years of age, David Munnins and Dobby. I am slightly biased, 31.65 clear, and into the lead he goes. Herself. Yes, this is Tony Dawkins again. She saw her running earlier on with her medium dog, Minx, and now this is her large dog, Kite. They do look a little bit similar, I suppose, to the untrained eye, and even to me. This dog's now 10 years of age. It's been a fantastic dog over the years, and still is. Already has the title of agility champion, I think, several times over. Agility champion, Spellcast, Made in Heaven. Again, another dog and handler which have represented Great Britain and done fantastically well over the years. and she's hoping to add a Crufts title to all the other things that she's won. Too many to mention. Leaves the dog, has the confidence to leave the dog. It knows what it's supposed to do. It means that Tony can get in position, pick up the dog. See that? She got it on the right side, decides to come the short way round through that gap. Well done, Tony. 32.41 puts her into second place by less than a second. So now we've got Tony's partner. This is Lee Windiat. And this is Bold, 5-year-old Border Collie, Deanne Watercracker. And this pairing are also from Kent. Now, I always say, and Lee, I think, is probably fed up with me saying this, but keep an eye on the clock. This pair do not give the appearance of going very fast, but I guarantee you that if he gets round here clear, he will be well up with the leaders. It's not about all out-and-out speed. It's about control, it's about tight turn. Time this, right jump. As I said to you earlier on, it's all about communication. Very quiet, but he's very firm, leaving the dog in no doubt where he wants it to go. And keep an eye on that time again. Lee Windiat and Bold, 32.48, puts him just into third place. But only becoming quite popular breed now in the sport of agility. They really do have that will to work. And if you get a good one, and this is a good one, Nigel always says that it's his dream dog. And just every so often, you get a handful of dogs every year come along which are dream dogs, and you just seem to gel with them. And Nigel and Zico have struck up that relationship. They've won loads of titles. They've been, I think, probably, because Zico is an ABC, which is anything but a collie. So he picks up a refusal there. But again, it's not the end of the world. All he needs to do is make sure he doesn't get eliminated, which puts him in with a chance. It's a two-part competition. See, being nice and firm with him there, making sure he does what he wants him to do. Nigel will just turn and pick up the dog. Which way is he going to go? He's going to come the short way through that gap. Nicely done. Nice and tight. That's Nigel, Staines and Zico. Now we've got Hannah Holsworth now with Maddie, 5-year-old working sheepdog. So we're just making sure that the course is back in the right way. So this is Winged Reynard, and they're from North Links, would you believe? Hannah says this dog's a sweet-natured little dog, always eager to please. Been quite successful. She won the first champ ticket this year. So she hasn't got the title of agility champion as yet. I'm sure she will in the next year or so, but I'm sure that Hannah would love to win that title here at Crufts. There you go, really keen black and white collie this. Oh, when he picks up the wrong entrance to the wheeze, but now you just need to keep your concentration, keep focused. Or when that jump has caused a few problems, it's right on the line going into that tunnel. Not quite so obvious to us stood on the outside, but the handler's having to work. Look at that, Hannah's still smiling, so she should be. Hannah Holsworth and Maddie. So 3 now to go, and we've already seen Dawn twice with 2 small dogs, but she's also qualified a large dog for this, and this dog's called Promise. It's a 4-year-old beardy cross border collie. Apparently this dog likes to sing, according to the commentary car, while she's doing the weaving poles in the tunnel. So we'll if I can just remember to be quiet, we'll listen to it. Loves agility, can be a bit wild, she says. And been here for a couple of days now competing in other competitions. And the first day she didn't handle the carpet too well, but the dog's actually adjusted herself to running on carpet. As I say, they're not used to running on carpet, most of these dogs, especially the younger ones who haven't been here before. This dog's actually learned over the last 2 days just to think about what it's doing. And again, quite a subtle challenge on the course, really. The judges set a great big long jump there, which is almost 5 foot long, and then they have to check themselves and get into those weaving poles, and that happens in about a 1/10 of a second. Unlucky, that's elimination there, popped out over the wrong jump. That's Dawn Weaver and Promise. So now we've got 2 dogs left to go in these agility championships, or the first round of them. Jill, 7-year-old working sheepdog, won a ticket to get her to this show at Hinckley. There are shows just about every weekend of the year up and down the country, all over the country, and it is now a worldwide sport. We invented it back in 1978, and it's now really is a worldwide event. So can Christine keep it together? Looks as though she's in contact with the time. Nicely handled, coming through the short way, bit of a wide turn there. Oh yes, well done. That's Christine Robson and Jill. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of that competition. Put your hands together.